Hello and welcome everyone back to the Pulse here with the PeakBot team. This is Dillon Del Rosso, joined by my co-founder and co-host Ben. We are excited to get back into another week of trading here. Of course, as always, we like to say at the top of the show here, for those of you watching, if you have questions throughout the show at any time, don't hesitate to ask. Put your questions in the chat. Let us know. We'll interact with you. As well as you can see on the screen here, if you have any questions that for any reason you don't want to ask during the live show here, you can text or call us at the number on screen, or even schedule your personal demo of the PeakBot automated trading platform at the link below. And also not financial advice. You know what, Ben? We got all of it out of the way early.
Right away. That's good.
We'll probably be revisiting that, but no, excited to have everyone here. Ben, we'll get into a couple things today. I know you want to talk about GameStop.
Briefly, it was more so clickbait,
Okay, all right. Well, it worked. We'll see. So we'll talk about that. We'll take a look at my trades. We'll take a look at some new features for our trend spread bot, giving you the ability to what we call, it just went real dark on my end here, giving you the ability to smart exit your positions, which we'll get more into. And we'll go from there. Relatively standard agenda here today. But again, for anybody who's not familiar, PeakBot is an automated trading platform built for the everyday person. We take time-tested, well-known strategies in the world of option selling, and we automate them for you. So we connect to great brokers like Tradier and others to place trades and execute trades on your behalf. So you pick the stocks, our bots do the rest, and we'll get into it. So Ben, I'll hand it over to you. We'll take a look at a couple things and we'll get moving.
Yeah, we'll start with GameStop, and other than this being clickbait, there's a reason that I wanted to bring this up specifically as it relates to option selling. So I'll just pull up my screen real quick, get a nice picture of Keith here, aka Roaring Kitty, as many people know him by. So Keith was set to become a billionaire last week. He owned, X hundreds of $millions of stock, X hundreds of millions of dollars of options contracts. And just as things were really looking up for him, just as it looked like he was about to be a billionaire, he might have even crossed into billionaire status for a couple moments there. I don't know who's counting, but
the entire internet.
You're right. The entire internet. Anybody that wanted to watch his live stream, anybody that's following GameStop for the. Am I muted?
For a second, but you're back.
Okay. I just saw a little button that said I've been muted.
You're good.
All good. So, so while it looked like he was in the clear to become a billionaire, and I'm sure that he probably would have gotten out of some of his positions at least and taken some of that gain off the table. If he didn't, he's crazy, but we kind of know he is crazy. At that moment, GameStop announced that they were basically selling some stock. So for Keith Gill, there was a spur of the moment stock sale that wiped out his pre-market gains, and it was trading 15% down in pre-market. And I did take a look this morning just to see where GameStop was. It's still hovering around the $29 area. If we look at the past month, we see the high. It shot all the way up to almost $65, the share price. And that's when he posted on Twitter that image of a man in a chair leaning forward, which was crazy. That's all he had to do to bump up the price there. So is it stock manipulation? I don't know, Dylan. Do you think it's manipulation? And I mean, the guy's got a following, and people know how to react to whatever he says.
Call it stock manipulation. Call it the opposite. Call it whatever you want. What I call it is modern day markets. I mean, this is what it's like now. This is obviously like the leading example of things like this, but there's this has been around a while. So we'll
Yeah.
see. But I'm staying far, far away from GameStop and AMC and any other stock that goes into the conversation there.
That's right. And that's what I wanted to highlight here. There are certain events that will take place while you are trading a company that will affect stock price. In this instance, there is a spur of the moment stock sale that, as it says here, left shares down 15% pre-market. That's going to happen. And when you're trading volatile stocks, the characteristic there is that this is going to happen even more frequently and more often. So I know for Dillon and I, when we are selling options, there's no real benefit for us when it comes to earnings, when it comes to good or bad news being announced. Our gains are capped, right? I mean, the only real benefit is if we were selling like a put credit spread. That's a bullish position, of course. If a company reported good earnings and the stock price shoots way up, okay, great. Now we know there's basically a 0% chance that we're going to get assigned. But we're going to leave that trade with a win. But we're not going to win anymore because we're selling spreads here. We're capping our gains. So as it relates to option selling, which is where PeakBot focuses and how we generate passive income in the markets, as it relates to option selling, there's no real benefit for us to trade these stocks that have a lot of attention on them, like GameStop, right? Where a few words could swing or a few actions could swing the stock price in either direction. So we like to stay away, and we typically caution our traders, and again, not financial advice, we typically caution our traders to also stay away. We want to stick with those plain vanilla stocks, and Dillon's a good example of, hey, if you stick to that, you're gonna really like your gains. And I did want to highlight too, because I love getting these emails. I got an email over the weekend from one of our PeakBot traders who was automating our trend spread strategy. Trend spread is in beta. However, if you want access to it, free access, create your PeakBot account, message us. If you have a PeakBot account, just shoot us a message and say you want in on trend spread. And then we will get
I'll
you
put that in the chat.
Trend spread. Yeah, put it in the chat. So if we look here, it looks like this trader got in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different positions. And these positions were expiring on June 7th. So, of course, with our strategies, we are trading weekly options here. We're selling weekly options on our wheel and our trend spread strategy. On our iron condor strategy, which we'll get to in just a second, those are 1 DTE. But these are phenomenal results right here. Like I love seeing this. This person was so happy about the results. I just tried to zoom in, and I guess I could do it like that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So the unique part about how this person was trading, and I love this, is because this is the perfect mix between man and machine here. The machine entered the trade, and then the man set up profit target, man or woman, set up the profit target here. And it looks like the target was around 80% for a lot of these. It looks like there was a loss on one of the positions. It looks like ticker AA, Alcoa Corp. And it looks like the rest of the positions, UiPath came out flat, but the rest of the positions took a great profit. This trader only needed about $5,000 worth of capital to place all of these trades. And then the final premium earned, even considering the loss of $81 here, was just about $605. So that's a 12% return, and that's in just 1 week. That's incredible. Wow. That's crazy. Great. And, to set expectations, we don't expect every week to look like this. We expect, there to be weeks where the opposite happens. And the opposite did happen for me last week. I think I lost like $1,100 or something like that, but I'll get right back on the horse today because I know that this strategy is a winning strategy in the long run. But yeah, man, just love to see this. If you are using PeakBot and you've got some gains to share, shoot them over our way. We love seeing these types of emails and seeing our traders have success in the markets, because that's why we built this platform, right? We built the platform because we want to see retail traders succeed. 90% of retail traders lose. And if PeakBot could do anything to decrease that amount of retail traders that lose, even if it goes from 90% to 89% because of PeakBot. That's a win in our book.
Big win.
So send over your success stories, and we'll be happy to post them.
I got to learn not to put the and sign, the ampersand, in these texts.
Ampersand.
That's what it's called.
I know it is what it's called.
Hey, if you're not going to learn anything else from this call today, hopefully you do.
The and symbol, ampersand.
Hopefully it's the fact that you can automate your option selling portfolio to generate consistent income while minimizing risk. However, if not, just know that this --U0026 is just code, binary language for the and sign. Ampersand is what it's called. Ben, do you happen to know, we'll get right back to our scheduling. Do you happen to know what the plastic casing covering on the end of your shoelace is called?
Yeah, I do. It's an aglet.
Aglet. Okay. I feel like we've maybe discussed this then before. I'm not going to just sit here and assume that you normally should know that. So let's take that message off the screen. How about that? Perfect timing. So yes, as Ben mentioned, we love getting these client emails with great returns. The trend spread strategy, just really quick. Option selling strategy trades weekly expiring options contracts, credit spreads, either put, call, or an iron condor. It trades with the trend, meaning if the stock is trending bullish on our watch list, it's going to sell a put credit spread. If it's trending bearish, it's going to sell a call credit spread. If it's trending neutral, then we're going to sell an iron condor. Maybe sit out, but right now we're leaning toward putting in on the iron condor.
I think we'll keep it in.
When we look at the beta data, it's fun to say. We're likely going to be still making that trade. So, and the beautiful thing is it rolls your contract weekly. Okay, so you're avoiding assignment 99% of the time, maybe even more than that. And your cash goes a lot further. You don't need all this cash set aside just in case you get assigned 100 shares of the stock. You just need the cash to cover the width of the spread. So if it's $5 spread, you need $500 to place that trade. Okay. We put it up on the screen before. If you want in on trend spread, just text in for TS to our number 973-888-1166. That bot has the ability to do what we just saw. It's been doing it for me for the last 2 months. Sorry for my lighting here.
Dillon, you need to get some lighting.
No. Let me tell you, I have a blanket hanging. I need curtains. I have a blanket hanging because with 2 thumbtacks, because otherwise the sun, you wouldn't be able to see me because of the sun just comes in so badly. Maybe it's moved now, but we're gonna keep rolling with it.
Keep pressing forward. All right. I want to bring up the watch list now so we could kind of talk through what we're saying right now in terms of width here. Before we get there, Dillon, please make a note. We need to get Thomas a shirt that says beta data. And then he can just wear that. Thomas is in charge of all of our beta groups. Some of you know Thomas.
He's walking beta data. That's what he is.
He's all about the beta data. All right. So I'm going to pull up the watch list here. This is the watch list for our wheel strategy. Now, we've been saying it for several weeks now. We are going to be launching an alerts product soon. And within that alerts product, we are providing updated watch lists. So I know anybody that's been following PeakBot for any longer than a couple of months now knows that we were making updates to this watch list weekly, really, really often. And that's kind of settled down. We do like where the watch list is at right now in terms of the information that's available to traders. But with this new update, I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to have a watch list for the wheel. We're going to have a watch list for our trend spread strategy. We're even going to have a watch list for iron condors. Now, we're trading 1 DTE, so there's only a handful of tickers that we're going to include in that. I think there's like 7 different tickers that have daily expiring options, something like that. We'll have a watch list for that. We'll have a watch list, separate watch list for the vertical wheel, which is our hedged wheel, which is what PeakBot defaults to, and then the naked wheel, which is if you take the hedge off and you just sell a naked put or cash secured put, and then a covered call. So I am really excited for that watch list to come out. But in the meantime, this watch list serves as, I'll call it a guide for you to determine what securities you want to automate or even trade manually. We have a bunch of people that use this watch list that just trade manually. So we've got Micron at the top of this watch list this week. The trend here is bullish. The risk level is lower. As you scroll down, the risk level will move from lower to moderate to high. Any higher than that, if the risk is any higher than that, the ticker is going to make its way to our removed part of the watch list here. We don't typically like to touch the removed section of the watch list. So, and as we also scroll down, the trend is going to change from bullish to neutral to bearish. What's that, Dylan?
I don't know. I'm getting feedback or something. I'm hearing some audio. Is that you?
That's not me.
Oh boy. We'll talk to our producer off screen. Figure out what's
the
going on.
Government listening in on us.
Tapping in.
They heard us talking about Keith Gill.
I don't know, maybe they just want some automated trading. We'll see. Continue.
Hey, we'll automate for anyone. I don't know if that's true, but
nah, that's not true.
Probably not.
Go ahead.
So, anyways, moving along with Micron, our max loss here, $500, and that's because, as Dylan just mentioned, the size of the spread is $5. Now, how do we get from 5 to 500? Well, each contract, and we're assuming one contract here, one spread really, each contract is worth 100 shares. So Micron, if we were to get into Micron right now, we would sell the $127 strike. We would buy the $122 strike. And then we'd be set to earn a premium of about $84. And when you divide this $12,700 into the $84 premium, that's about a 0.66% return on the week for that position. So, of course, the idea is to build out your portfolio, stack these positions from companies that you feel comfortable trading, and build out your weekly portfolio, essentially. And if you're interested, I will be doing that live at 2 p.m. Eastern today on X, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, wherever else we go live. If you are on YouTube right now, we have a bunch of people on Twitter. I know our YouTube audience isn't that great. If you're on Twitter or X, go to our YouTube. YouTube could use some love. I think we have like 3 people on there. But we have over 400 people on Twitter right now. So yeah, let's spread that out. Let's give YouTube some love.
Hey, you know what? If it's gonna mean you moving right now, stay where you are.
Yeah,
stay where you are. But next week, maybe give our YouTube channel subscribe, some love, whatever. But X has been killing it for us.
Yeah. So the last component of this watch list, and I wanted to take a look at overall market direction this week, is recent or upcoming earnings. We've got that in this column right here. This column here will highlight blue, and we can see Oracle's reporting earnings tomorrow. It will get colored blue if the company is going to announce earnings within the next 7 days. So really only relevant for this week because we're trading weekly options. But if we go over to like our removed list, I don't think there's a lot of companies. GameStop's reporting earnings tomorrow. So with all of this volatility, that's going to be a wild ride. Thomas and I will definitely be taking a look at that later today, and he'll probably peer pressure me into getting into another bad position. But I'd say for the most part, yeah, we're pretty much out of earnings season for now. So back to here. Now I want to take a look at the SPY here, and just get an idea of where the overall market's headed. I'm going to move this to the 1 month chart. So it looks like, we were pretty bullish for the beginning of May, and then it turned kind of flat, reversed a little bit, took a little bit of a dip down, and then we've been uphill since the beginning of June. So why am I bringing this up? We want to take a look at the overall market and see what direction we feel it's headed in, right? Like what's the saying? Like a high tide raises all ships, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I'll think of it. If
Yeah,
I
it's
think of it,
something
I'm
like
going to
that.
look it up.
But if we're trading companies that are part of the, S&P, then there's going to be some sort of effect. So we just want to get a general idea of where the market's headed, and then going back to the watch list, if we think the trend is bullish, well then, hey, we're going to build our portfolio around stocks that are trending bullish currently. Like we wouldn't go down to this bearish section here unless we were bearish on the overall market, right? So the strategy could, especially the credit spread strategy that we automated in our trend spread bot, you can make money in both directions. You can make money if the market's bullish. You can make money if the market's bearish. And then, of course, we'll sell iron condors when the market's neutral. So overall, I mean, for me, it looks pretty bullish. We've been on the up and up since the beginning of the month. If we look at the technical analysis tool, and I'm just on my Tradier account here. If we look at the technical analysis tool, I just switched this over to the 1 week analysis. We got a buy signal. We have 15 buy signals, actually 8 neutral signals, and only 3 sell signals. So when I'm setting up my portfolio later, I will be. Is that the saying, Dillon? A rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah, popularized by John F. Kennedy. Now, I hate to say this. I thought it still sounds weird. Maybe the word ships, whatever. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Yeah. So overall, when I build out my portfolio at 2:00 today, I'll probably favor the bullish side of the market versus the bearish side. I might get into maybe one bearish position, but I'm definitely going to be favoring the bullish side just due to this chart. I mean, look at that. Over the past 1.5 weeks, we've been pretty strong bullish. And then the technical analysis tool, of course, is indicating bullish. So enough hearing me talk, Dillon. Let's get into your accounts.
Let's do it.
I'm excited to see all of what you've been doing in terms of trading and automating.
So a couple things. So first off, I'm going to pull up my screen here. Now, this is my Twitter, or this is our Twitter. The reason why I wanted to pull up this post here is just for an update. For any new viewers who aren't as familiar, we share our personal accounts and trades and updates and everything on socials. We're very transparent about it, through the good and the bad. Luckily, I've been on the winning side of things recently. I finally had a red day on Friday. Came back down to reality just a little bit. But my account primarily, I have 3 accounts, one with Tradier and one with our 2 other brokers as well. I'm going to talk about how I'm moving my primary account, which is on Schwab. We don't say the S word on this show very often, but in this case, we will, because there's a big reason why I'm moving my account and a lot of my money over from Schwab to Tradier. And we're going to do that this week. And it's going to be easy for me to do it with the new update to the trend spread bot and our ability to smart exit these positions automatically. But anyway, my account, this is my Schwab account balance as of May 1, was at 13,151. This was a balance as of 6/3, 15,820. If we take a look at this here, I believe we're right around the same right now. Is above 16K on Thursday or Friday, but this account right now is at 15,866. As you can see, on May 13th, when this account moved from TDA to Schwab, 14,395, and we've been steadily increasing since then. But the reason I wanted to show this is because I've been trading the wheel and the trend spread bot on this account, with the primary focus on trend spread. Again, that's our credit spread strategy that trades with the trend and rolls contracts weekly. So I'm up about 20%, a little over 20% since 5/1, still am. That's incredible. But again, like, this bot has the ability to do that. It also has the ability to go the other way. Okay. We are minimizing our risk. Okay. But again, these are great returns. A lot of our beta testers are seeing a lot of similar returns, but you gotta be going with the trend. And we're gonna be putting in a take profit tool that Ben's been reviewing a couple times on other live shows of ours throughout the week. But when we take a look at a couple things here, the reason why I'm moving my a lot of this cash over to Tradier. In fact, we're going to take a look at my trade history here, because what you're going to see are a lot of these fees. So this column right here, I know I'll zoom in, but this column here, second to last, second in from the right, is your fees, okay, that you pay for every trade. So if we look at last week, I entered a lot of trades on Friday, closed a lot of trades on Friday automatically with PeakBot. And you could see these fees really start to add up, okay? With Tradier, and maybe we can throw this in the chat or whatever, but with Tradier, they have Tradier Pro, okay, $10 a month, commission-free options trading. So none of these fees are there. I did the math the other week. I paid like 30, 40 bucks in 1 week on fees just from entering trades. You know, that's crazy.
If you're trading the iron condor strategy, just to put this into perspective, it's 4 contracts to open up 1 condor, and it's on Schwab 65 cents per contract.
Yeah.
So 65 cents per contract times 4 is $2.60. And you're not only opening it, but you're closing it. So that $2.60, that turns into $5.20.
Yeah. For one trade.
That's great. One condor. And if you're trading the one DTE strategy, you're probably trading multiple condors, and you're doing it every single day. I think the average person on Condor Beta right now is, I think, trading 3 condors. So that's like $15.60 a day that they're paying commissions over the course of the week. That's like almost $80 in commissions. Brutal. Go to Tradier Pro, $10 a month, and you're not going to have to pay all that. You're going to cut down that expense from $80 a week to $10 a month.
Yep, you nailed it. So this is my Tradier account, smaller account, but again, this week I'm going to throw everything over here. So what I want to take a look at quickly is so my PeakBot account. In this account on the wheel, I've been trading Alcoa Corp and JD for the last few weeks. Avoided 2 contracts, or 2 spreads rather, on JD, 1 spread on AA, all put credit spreads. If we take a look at our watch list, I'll zoom in here. We'll see that both Alcoa Corp and JD.com fall into bullish moderate. Sorry. Here's Alcoa Corp trading at 40.91. Bullish trend, moderate risk. $2 spread, so I'm only risking $200 on this put credit spread. I need just about $4,000 if I am assigned, because that is my strike price at $39.50. It's my sold put strike price expiring this Friday. I'll be set to earn $27 in premium from this, which is a 0.68% return on the cash that I would have set aside just in case I'm assigned. But if we do the real math on what is it, 27 divided by 200 for the cash I'm using is a 13.5% return on my cash there in 1 week. Pumped about that. Gonna keep rocking. Was not assigned on Alcoa last week. Was not assigned on JD last week. Similar position here. Stocks trading at 29.33. Bullish moderate. $1.50 spread. Need about $3,000 in case I'm assigned. Getting paid $21 in premium, 0.74%. But again, for cash used, we're talking 21 divided by 150. It's a point, so 14% return on cash used here. And I'm doing 2 of those. So I'm going to keep things moving with AA and JD for the wheel. Now, for the trend spread bot, okay, I had mentioned that this has really been kicking butt for me here. Datadog, Morgan Stanley, Micron, Roku, Taiwan Semiconductors, Twilio, Wayfair, Zoom. I've had these in this trend spread portfolio. Sorry, I'll zoom, we're kind of in the way there, but I've been trading these stocks for a long time now. And I'm going to keep everything going here, but the one thing I'm going to do is I'm in these contracts currently. They entered on Friday. Ben, I'm gonna put our new smart exit
Do it.
to work here.
Demo it.
Uh,
Tell the people what it's about.
So, by the way, producer, if we could remove our faces just for a second so we can see the full screen here. Otherwise, that's okay. Beautiful. Thanks, Max. Max behind the screen here, working hard. So, what I'm going to do, the new trend spread bot, which again will be officially released sometime this month here, has a new feature. It's a new feature for the bot. Older feature for PeakBot in general, but what we have now is the ability to smart exit our position. Okay, so this feature, and I'll zoom in here. This feature disables new entries. Okay, use this when you want to stop trading a ticker. So what smart exit does, it does not close your position. Okay, if you have an open contract or shares, it's not selling your shares, none of that. But what it's doing is it's telling the bot, do not enter the next trade for me. Okay. So I'm going to select smart exit and I'm going to click save. Okay. And then when we open this back up, you're going to notice that Datadog is listed as exiting. Now I'm going to do that for all of these stocks. Okay. By checking off this box here and coming to smart exit for all of them. So you'll now notice I'm exiting all of my positions. My budget goes down to 0, which maybe we'll probably edit that before launching this. We still want you to know about how much cash is working for you, so we're finalizing the whole budgeting sort of thing. But
Yeah, we're in beta still. This
we're in
is
beta.
we've been in beta for a while because we are testing these things out.
Yep. So feel free to throw us back up on the screen, Max. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to leave all this here because, again, I want to get out of these positions. So with trend spread, it's going to close my contracts as they are supposed to on this Friday, okay, around noon. What it's not going to do is roll them and open up new contracts. Okay, right, Ben? That's what we're talking about here. So it's going to
Yeah,
close me
no.
out as it should to avoid assignment, but it is not going to open up a new contract.
Yeah, all smart exit is doing, we call it smart exit because it is smart, but it's a smart idea. But it's all it's really doing is it's just turning off the entry function of the bot. So
Yep.
the exit function will still work, but the entry function will not. So that way you get out of your positions, you don't have to worry about closing them out yourself. And just a disclaimer there could be instances whereby your position is so far out of the money that the bot will place an order for you, but there's just no volume for that order to get filled. Just let it run through expiration. So you might see stocks or contracts in your account that you're like, hey, I thought I was getting out of this, and just don't worry about it. There's just nobody in the market for your current position because it's so far out of the money on the day of expiration. Nobody wants those contracts. So definitely going to expire worthless. Shouldn't say definitely, but
No.
chances are those will expire worthless.
Yeah. But yes, and if you have questions on that, contact us. We pride ourselves on being available here. So again, I'm doing this because I'm moving my funds from my Schwab account to my Tradier account to save me hundreds of dollars a month on fees. It sounds like a Geico commercial. But
15 minutes.
15 less. So that's my portfolio this week. Again, like there are weeks where I come in here and I'm totally flipping things on its head as we preach and continue to preach. Those who let the bot do its thing and keep emotions out of it and just pick stocks they're comfortable with and that they feel good about in the long run. When you're selling options, that's the name of the game here. You know, like the real estate example. You find a nice, you buy a nice house on the beach. People are going to be buying it from you. You're going to put it up on Airbnb. People are going to be filling that thing up every week. It's the same thing here. I'm selling something that people want to buy. All right. So I'm just going to be collecting my rent week to week here. I like where my portfolio is at. I'm going to try and crack that 16K again this week. In my other accounts, I've been trading Zim here. So I got assigned on Zim last week. I have an open put credit spread, and we'll see how. In fact, I'll take a look at the stock chart really quick on Zim. I just want to see where we're headed here in the technical analysis. I'm going to look at the 1 month chart, and let's go down here and go to 1 week. So we're on the buy side, which is good. I got to put on it 11 buy signals, 7 neutral. So both of those work in my favor. But we'll see. And then I have another account with a third broker of ours, but haven't been active on that one recently. So that is it, folks. Again, if you're interested in automating your portfolio, it doesn't need to be your entire portfolio. Shouldn't be. PeakBot does not need to be your entire investment strategy, okay? But it should and can be and will be a great supplement to any existing strategy. Everybody's going to have an automated bot trading for them in the next 2 to 3 years. We're not just betting on that. We're all in, and we're pretty certain of that. And we wanted to be the first ones to make it easy, affordable, and transparent for the everyday person. If you're watching this right now, odds are you're at work, or you should be, and getting trades in isn't easy, and managing your portfolio week to week. So we want to make that easier for you. Let us know if there's questions. Ben, is there anything else? I guess just some quick housekeeping things. Trend Spread Beta has been live for over 2 months now. We got about 40 traders on it. A lot of happy customers there. That's going to be going live. Okay, so any PeakBot subscriber is going to then have access to Trend Spread officially. The alert service, if you don't have one of the brokers we're integrated with, we will be going live with PeakBot alerts here very soon. Okay, daily alerts, emailed and texted, for our strategies. But again, if you're not fully on board with having the bot trade for you, or you don't want to open up a new brokerage account and move your money around, alerts are there for you. And Iron Condor strategy. I know there's a lot of updates here, but I'd rather give them to you. Iron Condor strategy that Ben's been testing, tracking on our Twitter for about 60, 70 trading days now. What's the percentage that was? It was over 200% return. Where's it at now?
Last week was rough, and I wasn't paying attention last week, so I wound up getting assigned and having to take some fees on that. But I'm still up about 20% overall on my capital in 3 trading months. Can't complain about that. Now, I was at 200%.
You were. But it came back down to reality, which we knew would happen. And again, I hate to say it, I'm glad that it was because of a manual error. I don't wish that on you or anyone.
3 times last week. Last week was just crazy busy for whatever reason. So I didn't have a chance to, I didn't even remember to go back in. So I said, you know what, screw this manual stuff. I know I was, posting manually the trades every day. But I was like, screw this manual stuff. I'm just going to automate it now that it's available to automate. Yep. So I am now. So I will be posting still, but it's just going to be automated trades. I'm not going to mess around with this manual crap anymore.
So our Iron Condor strategy is now officially live in beta. If you are interested in that, also you can text us at 973-888-1166. Just text us in for IC. We can get you access to beta there. And 2-week free trials going away.
I was about to say, Dylan, you almost forgot the big one. Now
2-week free trial is here today, not gone tomorrow, but gone next week. The
15th, last day. June 15th is the last day to get your 2-week free trial. After that, we'll still offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. But hey, guys, we've been live in the market for 2 years now, and we know the product works. We know people love the product. The 2-week free trial, in all transparency, right? Because we're a transparent business here. We get a lot of people that sign up for the 2-week free trial, and we like to talk to and get to know all of the people that are trading. Now, we know that's not, scalable, but at the point in time that we're at, we love to get to know who's using PeakBot. When there's the free trial, it makes it really hard to contact everybody because there's a lot of people that sign up that aren't serious about it. So we want to kind of filter those people out and only take people in that are serious about it. and then really give them the time and attention to make them a successful automator. If I'll call that, I'll just make that our term. We're making automators in the market. We are.
Yeah.
A
lot of window shoppers, right?
Yeah,
And
a lot of window shoppers.
fine.
Get serious. There's a 30-day free trial. So, or not free trial, 30-day money back guarantee. Yeah, we're not going 30-day free trial.
We tried that.
We did try that. But 30-day money back guarantee. So really still no risk to you. We have a money back guarantee right now. So no real big difference there. But yes, 2-week free trial. Get it before it's gone. It's going away on June 15th. That's your last day. June 16th at 12 a.m. Gone. I think that's going to be the case at least.
Does the watch list, the public watch list that's been available for coming up on 3 years now, maybe longer.
That's
also
going away at the end of the month.
End of the month. I know we seem like bad guys here, but we're just trying to create, strong incentive to be signed up as a PeakBot subscriber here. That's all this is. We provide you value, we save you time, we eliminate emotion, and we're going to make sure that everything is there. So watch list right now available. Use peakbot.com/watchlists, and maybe we'll even, don't quote me on this, but maybe on a live show before we take it away, maybe we'll even review once again how to build your own watch list, but we will be internalizing ours.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
Last comment from me, Dillon, and then I'll give it to you to send us off because the market is opening in about 17 minutes here. So can we just pull up my screen real quick? Just wanted to mention one more time. We go live 4 times each week. Of course, Monday mornings right here, 8:30 a.m. Eastern on the Tradier Hub. You got the Pulse on Premiums. Later today, every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern, myself and Thomas, we will be in the PeakBot pit. We'll be live options trading, setting up our credit spread strategies for the week. Come have some fun with us and watch Thomas peer pressure me into some bad positions. Tomorrow morning, Dillon and I will be reviewing the wheels results from last week. So we'll go ticker by ticker, the most traded tickers, automated tickers by PeakBot traders last week, and see how they did. And then finally, Fridays at 8:30 a.m., we'll close down the week. We'll take a live look at all of our positions that are set to expire on that Friday, and then talk through all of the positions that we expect to roll via our trend spread positions. This is our schedule for the week. You can find us live on X, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and of course on Monday mornings, the Tradier Hub. Again, Dillon's moving his cash over. I'm actually moving my cash over to Tradier as well to save on those fees. Tradier Pro, amazing, great deal. But Dillon, why don't you go ahead and wrap it up here?
Let's sign off. Appreciate everybody joining in. We had over 650 viewers here today. Again, mostly coming from Twitter, X. We appreciate you. We'll be back on the Tradier Hub next week, same time, same place. And Ben will be trading at 2:00 today, as mentioned. So feel free to tune in on that. And maybe you as well can peer pressure Ben into a good or bad trade. Exactly. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Best of luck to you this week. And enjoy the nice weather if you're in a part of the planet where it allows that. And we will see you at the peak. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
All opinions expressed by Tradier Hub contributors are solely the contributors' opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Tradier nor its affiliates and or subsidiaries. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Hub contributors as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or to follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. The contributors' opinions are based on their own personal research, but neither Tradier nor its affiliates and or subsidiaries warrants its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. Any trades or positions discussed or referred to by contributors may or may not be actual live trades or positions. Such information is not intended to be financial or investment advice. Tradier Inc. is the parent company of Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. and Tradier Inc. are separate entities with their own products and services. Securities products and services are offered through Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. is an independent subsidiary of Tradier Inc., all rights reserved, member FINRA SIPC.